Hello relatives, this is our weekly Resisting Line 3 update covering March 29th through April 4th. Hashtag Stop Line 3. Rally in Minnetonka, Minnesota. On March 31st, Indivisible MN03 held a rally in Minnetonka, calling on the representative from the 3rd District of Minnesota, Dean Phillips, to stop Line 3. Action to defund Line 3 in Duluth. On March 31st, water protectors from the Twin Cities and Camp McGizzy marched through downtown Duluth to call out Wells Fargo's investments in the Enbridge Line 3 pipeline. 2 water protectors chained themselves to the front doors of the bank, shutting down the branch for an hour. This is the second protest at the location this week, as opponents of the Line 3 pipeline escalate their disapproval to the project's financiers. Indigenous youth leaders gather in Washington, D.C. On April 1st, hundreds of frontline Indigenous youth organizers from Standing Rock, Line 3, and Line 5 fights gathered in Washington, D.C. to demand that President Biden shut down DAPL and stop Line 3. Organizers turned in over 400,000 signatures asking the Army Corps of Engineers to stop construction on the pipeline. They demanded detention with a 250-foot black snake representing pipelines in front of the Army Corps of Engineers, which they later killed in front of the White House. April Fool's Press Conference. On April 1st, 350 Madison held a mock press conference with Enbridge CEO Oliver Spilsalot and his minions. The group held the event in front of the Wisconsin Capitol. You can watch the video for a laugh and some information. Solidarity from around the world, including actions in New York, Washington, D.C., Boise, Idaho, and San Jose, Costa Rica. News headlines. Bemidji Pioneer. Beltrami County reimbursed for expenses related to Line 3 law enforcement. Heated World. Enbridge is plastering Minnesota newspapers with pro-pipeline ads. Healing Minnesota Stories. 10 ways structural racism permeated Enbridge Line 3 decisions and continues to influence them. There's a call to action to call the White House to stop Line 3 and shut down DAPL. You can dial 888-724-8946 to connect to the White House switchboard or public liaison office. And here is a sample script. I will read it for you. My name is Lorenzo. Your name goes there. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Since the pipeline comment line is closed, I'm calling to urge President Biden to revoke permits for oil and gas pipelines like Dakota Access and Line 3 and stop approving all new fossil fuel projects. If the president is serious about addressing the climate crisis, he must keep fossil fuels in the ground and invest in communities that have borne the brunt of pollution and disaster. Again, thanks for joining us for this week's Stop Line 3 weekly update, Resisting Line 3. You can get involved by going to tinyurl.com/resistline3, tinyurl.com/resistline3. That is the numeral 3. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week.